Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl jewlzmua here, and before you go any further in this video, please don't forget to join the family. That simply means to like, share, comment and subscribe. Join the family. Like, why not join the family? So for today's video, I'll be going in with 3 sections into this video. So the first part is me talking about these contact lenses, and then beginners friendly smoky eye look. So first things first, as you guys could see by my eyes, I do have in contact lenses. Now if you did not know, now you know. It is my first time applying contact lenses, so that's why I thought it would be convenient enough to put it in today's video. If you guys can see up close and personal, I do have in 2 different type of contact lenses. Now one is the butterfly brown contact, and this one is the queen brown contact lens, but they do look quite similar. But as you can see, you can definitely see the butterfly in one, and the other one is just normal brown, but it's coming off a very gray. It does reflect brown, so I'm confused why it looks kind of grayish. But so for today's video, I'll be showing you guys the Ttdi contact lenses, and for a beginner, I will tell you this: it is super comfortable. Ttdi contact lenses, and they kindly DM'd me to ask for a collaboration, and I said yes. Now it's just me being nuff, and for those that did not understand that, I was just being very inquisitive when I said yes. So that basically means I always wanted to try it, but I was always scared to try it. But what better way was to try it if I was getting it free? I'm not going to lie to you guys. Many of you may not know, but I do wear glasses. I am a glasses wearer. I'm nearsighted, so I only need it for if I need to see very far. So my eyesight is not that bad, but it's bad. The good thing about this company, now that I've stated that I do wear glasses, they do kindly ask if you would like these contact lenses with prescriptions in them. Now I sadly couldn't remember my prescription, so to be honest, it was easy to say, okay, just give me without, because as I said, I can see near, but I just can't see far. I love that they were considerate to ask all of that information. I love that they were very patient with me choosing the ones that I wanted to choose. And I did go for 4 different type of contact lenses. I went for the queen brown, which is this one right here, and I went for butterfly brown, and I also went for twinkle blue and queen gray. And this is how the box and the packaging looks like. Nice and colorful packaging, and inside you do get a leaflet, stickers, which I know my daughter will love. And then inside we got the type of contact that's in this one. This one did, which is the queen gray. I have not used this one as yet. And this one also did not come with a label or anything on it to identify which contact is in it. And then the butterfly one did come with a label on it. I can't find that box at the moment. And then you also get these to put your contact lenses in with the liquid. Inside each pair you do get this nice little component to put your contacts in, and you also get a tweezer. And let me just open it with you guys. So inside you do get a nice little pinch tweezer to pick up your contacts, and you do get a nice little thing like this where you rest your contacts in and you apply it in your eye. As a beginner, I found it very difficult to use this. I did want to play around with camera while you guys watch me struggle, but then because I did also want you guys to see all 4 different type of contacts in my eyes, I tried to play around with these contacts before getting on camera. And I thought it would be nice to give you guys tips and tricks on how to apply it if you've never applied it. If you're a long time wearer, there are different methods in which you can apply the contact. And I researched on how to apply contact lenses. So I found this method way much easier than using the tools that were provided. And with this method, I basically washed my hands thoroughly, dried it off on a towel and not a napkin. A little fibers or fabric from the tissue or napkin can reach on your finger, and then it will reach on your contact lens, and use my clean towel and wiped my hand off. Then I went in with my 2 middle fingers to open my eyes as wide as possible, just like this. And then I use my index finger to just push contact lens. It's tricky when you're actually finger going into your eye. So what I do tend to, which I find a bit easier, is me to look to the left or to the right and try to put it on the white part of my eye, and then it will eventually move over to the center. So I found it easier that way, and I found it easier to take it out that way also. So that is a quick tip and trick for those who are interested in purchasing. Now I also do have a coupon code, which is jewlzmua. Very simple, my namesake. Even if you don't use my coupon code, which I would love if you guys could do so, it is still very affordable. It is £27 to purchase, so it varies between £24 to that. And they do also have 50 to 40% off on their contact lenses as well. Now I'll try and pop these ones out and be right back so you guys can see a different look. I did switch the contact lens, and this is the blue one. My daughter did insist on me using the blue one for this eye look, and this is basically what it looks like. Look at what the contact lens looks like. Really gorgeous. I didn't know that blue would suit me. To start off, I'm gonna go in with my p.louise base in rumor number 6, and I'm just gonna apply this on my lid. And then blend it out in a patting motion. Like so. After which, I'm gonna take my p.louise cancelled palette. It's this bad boy right here, and because we're going in with a lovely smoky eye, I'm gonna start off with the shade called Recognition, and that's this shade right here. Taking my Peaches and Cream PC47 brush. It is a clean brush, but it's stained with a little bit of blue. But taking the shade Recognition from the p.louise cancelled palette, and for beginners friendly, to make it quite easy, what I do like to do, even though I'm not really a beginner when it comes to eyeshadow, I still tend to do this step because I find it easier to get a somewhat precise smoky eye, not too blown out, if that makes sense. So I like to start from this end and just pat the color on, and I'm gonna go in C shape. So it's basically from where my lash line is to where my crease is, my natural socket, you know, where the socket part of the eye is. So I like to take it right there. Then I'm gonna go to the front, and I'm just gonna pat this on. So you see where right here of my eye start. So I like to start from the waterline and I still end up into a C shape. I'm keeping it nice and compact. And this is quite easy for anyone to do. So we started from here and then went here and then we connected the middle. You see how easy that was? I think it's one of the most easiest steps to do. See, we already got this smoky eye going. Now that I have pat on all that I need, I'm just gonna go further away before I go into the next shade for my shadow. Now some people like to just fill in here, but I do that last. You can do it straight away if you'd like, but I like to see where I'm going. So blow that out. And you see how we're getting that gradient with just one shade so far. Just keep on watching. If you haven't realized already, I love to go in with a small detail brush because my eye space is very small. So the smaller the brush is, the more defined and detailed it is. The more fluffier the brush is, the more diffused the shadow becomes. And if you do not know already, you can get any 4 brushes from Peaches and Cream for £15. That can be a big powder brush, a contour brush, a foundation brush. Doesn't matter if it's an eye brush or a big face brush. It's cheap, quality, and it lasts a very long time. I've had these brushes for good over 2 years. I'm going in with this shade called Hashtag. I'm still going in a upside down C shape, focusing just a little bit above where my natural crease is. And I'm just making sure that the edges of this brown shade, which we first placed down, is well diffused. And with eyeshadow, you always tend to have to go back and forth with your shadows to get the perfect blend that you're going for. So sometimes you do end up losing the previous color that you've placed or started with. So you see how nice and easy that was. Now that we're finished with all of that, I'm just gonna take the same shade called Recognition, which is the first shade, and I'm just gonna pat this on the lid, like 1-2 step. Very simple, very simple, and it goes very well with these contact lenses from Ttdi, but that's later on. So while the eye is basically finished, I'm going to go into the skin. Part of my skin, I'm going to go in with my Charlotte Tilbury Magic Serum and my Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream, my typical favorites to use. These are my go-to. In the future, I would definitely love to invest in the Bobbi Brown, I think one it is. And if you guys have a nice cheap alternative, you guys can definitely comment that down below. I don't always have good luck when it comes to drugstore products, to be honest. That's why I don't tend to use it a lot. But there's a few brands that I can say, yeah, if I wanna go and shop with my eyes closed, I know that brand will work for me. I love these two bad boys together. They are impeccable. So the next step I'm gonna go in with is my Huda Beauty Water Jelly Primer. And this primer, as you guys know, from the first day I've used it, I fell in love. There's certain things where you know, yeah, that is for me. And there's certain things that takes time to adapt to. But this is one of the many things that I truly enjoy. I'm an oily skin babe. I don't know why I used to stay away from hydrated products because I just felt like it would give me that too dewy vibe and make me extra oily too quickly. But this product really works because I use this primer when the UK was experiencing extreme heat, and this primer has done me really well. Anyways, next step, I'm gonna go take my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter in the number 6.5. And you guys typically know I like to highlight or have that natural glow from within on my cheeks. Going in with my Peaches and Cream brush in PC08, and I'm just gonna blend that out. Like, this is meant to be a primer as well as a glow from within product. I really love it. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna take is my Beauty Blender foundation, and this is the Bounce foundation. I love this because obviously it has the whole palette right here. I don't have to mess up my hand and I can just do this. Who doesn't love that? I wanted to color correct today, but not like I'm going anywhere, to be fair. But if you guys want to take nice professional photos, I would suggest you color correct. But this foundation is very full coverage, as you can see. So it's not a problem. It does cover my problematic areas, so it's not a big issue. It's one of my favorite foundations that I have invested in. For my next step, I'm gonna take my Born This Way concealers, and these are very lightweight concealers that I feel like you definitely get best results when you allow it to sit and wait. But the shades I'm gonna go in with is Butterscotch first. And one thing I like about these concealer, it holds a lot of product for the price point. Like, you won't run out of this product too quickly, even though you do have to kind of build it up. Allow this to sit for at least 2 to 3 minutes and then blend it out for maximum coverage. All right, I'm gonna now take my e.l.f. sponge and blend this out. This is not a concealer that I'd wear if I'm rushing to go anywhere, especially if I'm looking for coverage. But other than that, you do get a lot. Now blending out my under eye. Always remember to blend out the edges so there's no harsh lines. Next step, I'm gonna take my oldie but goodie, and this is my Maybelline Fit Me powder in 13 medium. I feel like I have neglected this powder. Before I go into bronzer, I'm going to take my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish in 4 and 3 mixed, and I'm just gonna get an even canvas before I go into my bronzer. Just patting down all the wetness that I had from the foundation before I go into my bronzer. And for bronzer, I'm gonna go in with my Glamour Bronzer in Trailblazer, and this is how it looks. It is a lighter shade to Phenom or Phenom. Taking my Peaches and Cream brush in PC21, and I'm just gonna pat this on. I love using this brush because it's a nice angled brush. I'm just gonna do my forehead. So this shade is for people that love to bronze but don't like heavy bronze. Color is more for those who like a more subtle bronzed look. But regardless, whichever shade you have already, you can just go in with a light hand and so get the same effect. Let's go in with my powder once more to make sure everything is seamlessly blended in. I love my Charlotte Tilbury products, like, oh my god. So I'm gonna go in with the first shade that I took, which is Recognition, and I'm just gonna blend that under the under eye. Just taking the last shade that I went into and just blend that out. This look is very, very simple and it's a nice everyday look. To finish the eye off, I'm going to take my Supreme Gel Liner, and this is from Carter Beauty. I'm just going to do a fainted line just to be able to have the lash look nice and defined. Nice and simple. For my mascara, I'm gonna take my Huda Beauty Legit Mascara, and I'm gonna take the curl and length side, which is this side right here. And I'm just gonna do my lashes. This mascara is the truth. I just used the Carter Beauty Supreme Gel Liner in my waterline and popped these fluffy lashes on. These fluffy lashes are good for a nice smoky eye to give you that sex appeal look. Charlotte Tilbury blush, and this is my all-time favorite blush because it's not too pigmented. It gives me that wash of color that I'm looking. This is for like beginners that don't like too bright of a blush, and they like the idea of the blush but they don't like the loud blush, if that makes sense. So I do tend to love this. I'm just gonna pat this on and see that nice wash of color with a little bit of shimmer. This is gorgeous. Gorgeous. For highlight, I'm gonna take my Doll Beauty highlighter, and this one is very much affordable, and they always have 30-35% off and so on, and pick and mix and stuff like that, which is very much wonderful. I just dropped it, so it's a bit broken, which I'm sad about, but we're gonna move and we're gonna highlight this and highlight. I'm liking that this highlighter is not giving me a cast, it's giving me that wet look. I'm gonna take my Doll Beauty lip liner, and this one is in Killing It. Even though that's the original price, you can get it for a very cheap discounted price. The liner is super buttery, glides on so easily. Glides on so easily without any tugging. I do not overline my lips. I just follow my natural Cupid's bow. And for my lipstick, I'm taking my NYX Lingerie Push Up Long Lasting Lipstick, and this one is in the shade After Hours. I had this for near enough a year now, and I didn't even know that a sharpener was attached at the bottom. How cool that is. Like, wow, after a year, who knew? You can also push it back down after winding it up. So we're going for a nice sexy brown lip today. It has a mint scent to it. And to complete this whole look, we can't forget the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray.
And you said there's pink black girls, not area code. These black girls need to be in the shows. Be on the runways, not just mood boards. On top of that, I wanna see when your team. Look at your crown, natural relax to the Jericho. One time soft and sheen. Where black girl magic is sometimes blue. My broke a hairband or